All right, so we're back with Spider-Man 2 on PS5 Pro. I have selected Performance Pro. This is a Performance Pro graphics mode. This gives you a smooth 60 frames per second while retaining the image quality of the standard fidelity mode through use of PlayStation's Spectral Super Resolution. All ray tracing features are on, including ray traced reflections, ray tracing on water, and ray traced window interiors. So what we're getting here, it's a performance mode, which gives us a 60 frames per second with all of the ray tracing turned on. So not only are you getting 60 frames per second, but you're getting all the ray traced reflections included. So well, let's see how this looks, shall we? This video is recorded in 4K, just for the record. And I hope you guys are watching this on a 4K TV. All right, well, let's leave it at Performance Pro.
To use screen reader, press square button.
And then let's start the new game. Would you like to watch the recap of the events leading up to this moment? Sure, why not? Why not?
Hey, Pete. I'm working on a college application, and it says I gotta tell them about myself.
More like sell yourself. That's the worst.
You got any advice?
Well, take me.
This
Hi,
is
I'm Peter Parker.
what happened
25
on
years old. I have a
the
bachelor's
previous
degree in
two Resident Evil
biophysics,
games.
and
I mean,
I'm
Resident
the
Evil.
greatest woman ever.
Spider-Man games.
Humble brag.
Who is the best journalist in this city?
Word. Go, MJ.
I try to live up to the example set by the other greatest woman ever, my Aunt May.
Humble brag again.
To be honest with you, this game looked
And
great, even on
while
a
back, I was
PS4
bitten by a
Pro
radioactive spider and got
when it first came
I
out,
can't
dude.
put that in my essay.
It looked
I'm
great.
laying the track as I drive the train.
I remember
I've used my powers to help the city and stop a lot of
when
people
I was
who
playing
wanted
this
to
on a
hurt it.
PS4
Like my
Pro,
mentor,
man. I tell you what,
Dr.
if I was to play this on a
His
PS4
lab
Pro,
got
it would
shut
still
down
look
by an
great.
old colleague, Norman Osborn. Otto retaliated by releasing
But
a
of course,
bioweapon.
PS5 and PS5
In the
Pro
end, I managed
certainly
to stop Otto,
take the advantage of
but
this
not without great cost.
PSSR,
That was pretty good. But
which is the
I'm no Peter
PlayStation
Parker.
Super Spectral
Exactly. You're
Resolution
Miles Morales,
scaling
17
resolution
years old and a
powered by
student at
AI.
Oakland Vision's Academy. What else?
I guess I help out with my mom's work in Harlem every now and then.
One of the things that I
Helps a
noticed
woman named
so
Morales.
far,
And
me testing PS5
there's a
Pro,
girl I like who's
my first day
spectacular
today,
and inspiring,
with 3
and I
games
think
so
is one of
far,
the best artists in the city.
is
And I
it's exactly what Digital
also heard
Foundry
about a
said.
radioactive spider that gave
It's
me
really up to the
superpowers. I
developers
learned how to be a Spider-Man from an OG.
to decide. I think it was Richard
But I learned how to
from
be a hero
Digital Foundry.
from
He
my
said it's
dad.
really up to the developers to decide
He was killed
what's
by
the
Martin
best,
Lee in the
you know,
Seattle bombing.
decision for them to optimize for
The good I try
PS5
to do
Pro.
every day
Now, here's the thing,
is the good my
and
dad
this is
taught me.
true.
But
What
it's been
Richard
hard.
said.
Even with superpowers,
We do have a
sometimes we
good
can't save the
amount
people we
of
love,
PS5 Pro
no matter
enhanced
how hard we
games
try.
right now at the moment. It's a
A
pretty good
hero's someone
number.
who doesn't give up, though,
But
and I don't plan to.
the point that Richard
I don't
made
know, man.
was,
I can't talk about me without
how can
talking
you,
about Spider-Man.
get
Sure you
third-party
can. You
developers
just have
to really take the full advantage of
Yeah, why don't you just
the
start
power
with
of
the draft?
PS5 Pro, right? Unless they're getting paid by Sony, right? Because developers know that there's not that many people that have PS5 Pro because it's so expensive, right? And when it's something it's so expensive, not many people really. Why was I able to buy it? Because it's so freaking, excuse my language, excuse my French, Bosnian. It's so freaking expensive, so you can't expect people to just buy it, you know. And that's why it's available. You can buy it. But anyway, listen, this looks amazing. I'm looking at this right now. I'm looking at the ray tracing reflection of the light and everything. It looks fantastic. It does.
We're ready.
But keep in mind, guys, keep in mind what I
Are you
said
good?
earlier. to truly appreciate this PS5 Pro, you have to have a great TV. If you don't have a great TV, then you can take the advantage of what the PS5 Pro has to offer. And I think that will be my conclusion on the PS5 Pro, even a few days from now, next week. Depends if I keep this console, if I don't return it. If I return it, then I'll just
I'm not.
I'll just have the same verdict. Even if I keep it, I'll have the same verdict. If I return it, I'll have the same verdict.
Will never.
And the verdict
let you
is, it's certainly an upgrade. Okay, it's an upgrade. And if you have a television that's really good, that it's capable of taking the advantage of PS5 Pro, you are going to benefit. There's no question about it. But at what price are you willing to take that benefit, right? So that's the question. At what price? And what are we looking at?
Have a bell for a
We're
reason.
looking at
Take your seats.
close to $1,000, man. $957. That's $1,000, dude. Close to $1,000. But this looks amazing.
Good morning, class. We have a new teacher joining us today.
Now remember, to take the advantage of the upscaling, this PSSR,
My name's Pete.
to a higher resolution,
Mr. Parker.
you'll need a television
And
that
we
can
are all
actually
very lucky
utilize that
'cause this
upscaling
is
with the
physics
HDMI
class, and
2.1,
physics
right?
is Awesome.
OLED panel, if you can. Has to have a good peak brightness on it.
How some
Good color gamut.
insects and, birds, reptiles can
All of this. Good HDR, Dolby Vision. Well, PS5 doesn't support Dolby Vision, which is kind of surprising why Sony doesn't support Dolby Vision. It's beyond me. But the Xbox Series X does. So
Now, surface tension is all about
this looks great.
an equation for
You're never going to hear me say, well, this doesn't look good.
calculated as the
I don't think
physics
I'm going
parallel
to
the surface of
say
a
on any of these PS5 Pro enhanced games, I don't think you'll hear me say, oh, this is terrible, or this looks terrible. Neither does Digital Foundry says, oh, this is terrible, or this is bad. I don't think anyone will say anything bad regarding what
Mr.
PS5
Morales,
Pro
is it?
enhanced games
Are
can
you
do.
Sure this isn't something you can handle yourself?
But then the question remains, at what cost?
Okay, class.
And is it really worth
read
the
chapter
cost?
4 or 5 or
You
whatever.
know,
Miles, I need this
because you have to
job.
remember, you have to pay $2,000 for a really good TV. That's number one. And then number two, I'm sorry. Number two, you need to pay $1,000 for a console. So think about it.
Marco, why today? I'm so
Think about it, dude. Hold on, I gotta turn off the music because I can't have the demonetization and all that. So think about it, guys. Think about it for a minute. You need to pay $2,000 for a really good TV, and then you got to pay $1,000 for PS5 Pro. That's $3,000 right there. Yes, this looks amazing, dude. Listen,
Principal Evans already hates me
this
for
is
being late
great.
this morning.
This looks fantastic. But guess what? I'm on a very expensive LG OLED TV. Okay? I'm playing this on a very expensive LG OLED TV.
Finished your essay?
So guess what? I'm taking the full advantage of this. But
Well, let's get
but
to the
how many
city
of
and
you
take
actually
care of
have
our
a really
quickness.
good TV, right? I'm speaking majority. How many people out there, majority of people have actually a really good TV? So then, what am I essentially trying to say here? So for whom is PS5 Pro? I think PS5 Pro is like a PlayStation VR 2.
Hey guys.
It's really intended for special interest. For those of you who want to have the best possible gaming experience on a console on your 4K TV, on your very expensive 4K TV. And that's for whom I believe
According to witnesses, he was running down Broad Broadway yelling
PS5 Pro,
nonsense.
it's really
They say
intended.
he
It's really
seemed
intended
angry
for
and paranoid, delusional. He just
individuals who
exploded.
actually
Man,
have
hopefully we
these
can calm him down.
I've seen people lose
high-end
control like
4K
this.
TVs,
Be careful.
Good thing
and they
there are
want to
two
feed
Spider-Men
their
now.
high-end
Good luck.
4K TV
Thanks, MJ.
with
Might need the new
something
tech we've
really
been cooking
nice
up too.
No
that's
way.
eye candy,
They're
that
untested.
it's eye candy,
Barely prototypes.
right?
But you brought him, right?
No comment.
That looks amazing. And sure, this is certainly going to do that. There's no question about it. This is certainly going to give you that amazing experience. I don't know how well the recording is going to really showcase this and how good it is at 60 frames per second. But when you include HDR with a really good OLED screen, and then you include PlayStation 5 Pro on top of that with the PSSR and the ray tracing, of course, the end results are going to be amazing.
Look out! You okay?
Yeah, but I think we found him.
Look at the reflection, man. This just looks amazing.
What the? That's Sandman?
MJ
Does it
wasn't
enhance the
kidding.
experience?
We gotta help him
Absolutely.
before he hurts someone or himself.
He's winding
Would I
up, bro.
recommend everyone to buy a PS5 Pro if it was cheaper? Of course.
He's really lost at this
That's
time.
no-brainer. I
We
mean,
gotta
I would
stop him.
recommend
Quick.
to everyone, buy a PS5 Pro.
Should toss the big guy
But
a
the problem
snack.
right now that that the PS5 Pro has is the fact that how do you
Open wide.
justify the price tag of this console?
What's the plan?
Keep him busy. I got an idea.
This is the most powerful console at the moment, but again, at what price are we willing to pay for this? So
Still angry after all these years, Marco? You should try yoga.
my verdict is always going to be the same. Yes, it's true. This is a great console.
More of a Pilates
Yes,
guy.
it's true. It's very capable. It's very powerful.
Never said it was
But
a
then
good
again,
one. It was supposed to be a normal day. Teach physics, have awkward conversations
at what
the
cost?
teacher's lounge.
At what cost are you willing to pay for this?
Spider-Man.
And I just gave you some examples. Well, let's say you're somebody who just has a regular Walmart TV, right?
I got him.
You got like a regular Walmart TV. Nothing extraordinary, right? So for you,
Do that.
you're not going to really see much of a difference, right?
Set Mr. Air sit down. But
So-
not before he barks on my suit.
The Pro is great,
He's not the only one.
but the problem is, again,
What the?
you know what I mean? So it's like,
Need you now.
what I'm simply trying to say is, it's great,
Mr. Parker,
I'm sorry. Who's this?
Principal
but then again,
Of course.
I hate to repeat myself like a broken record.
Where are you?
I just
Do you have a television that can handle it?
something in my
Now, if you're someone who has the television that can handle it, then yeah, sure, I would recommend this. You know, it's you know what it is, man. The thing that's stopping, I'll just be honest about the PS5 Pro. What really stops this console from really becoming a success is sadly the price tag. Honestly, is the price tag. And it's sad, man, because
Almost there.
this could have been the best-selling
Miles? Principal Evans called.
console
Am I getting
if
expelled?
Hey, you're just
Sony
first
was
class.
able to just
I
keep the
abandoned
price
students during a
down to
citywide
600,
emergency.
man. If this was 600,
You're screwed.
Sony would have had great success with this, but with what you're asking right now, man, it is again, it's hard to recommend, you know.
Sandman!
I always hated that name.
But
I know
this
you're
looks
angry
great,
at me!
and
This
believe
has
me,
nothing to do with you.
what you're seeing right now
Leave me
on
alone!
the YouTube, it's nothing compared to what I'm
I want to
seeing.
help you!
The level of detail,
But it's gonna hurt
pure 60 frames per second, smooth as a butter, HDR, ray tracing, the level of detail with ray tracing, it just looks amazing. And I'll leave it right here, because I don't know what else I can say that I haven't already said. Um, so far, I tested 3 games. It's powerful, you know. The console is powerful, but you know, sadly, um, it is it's a tough sell. I want to end the video by saying it's a tough sell. Yes, it's great if you have a great TV, but it's a tough sell. You know, it's a tough sell. And the tough sell, it's not the hardware. The hardware is great. The tough sell is the ridiculous price tag. That is the toughest sell of this console. I mean, are they going to reduce the price? I don't know. I don't know. That remains to be seen this holiday season. But I don't know how they're going to reduce it. And it's also considering how much it costs just to create this chip from AMD, right? The RDNA 2X. That's what Mark Cerny calls it, the RDNA 2X. So this begs the question: well, what are we looking at for the PS6, for the PS6, PlayStation 6? What are we looking at for PlayStation 6? What's the price tag going to be? $1,300? Are we looking at 1,300? That's insane. And what are we looking at Project Helix? Over 1,000, right? Um, I don't know, man. Like the gaming, it's becoming a luxury, dude. I want to end the video by saying this. There will be more videos of me testing this, but I just want to say this. The gaming has become a luxury. And it's sad because it wasn't like this. I remember 25 years ago, you could buy a console for 300. You could buy a PS2 for 300 and came in with DVD and great games to play. PS2 for 300. You could buy Dreamcast for 200. It was great, man. It was great. It was a great time, and we'll never see those times again, unfortunately. So that's what has changed to me personally. You know, it's just the gaming now has become a luxury. Even on a PC, look at the PCs. I mean, how much it costs to build a PC, for crying out loud. So the gaming has become a luxury, and it really sucks. But anyway, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is just my honest thoughts. That's the whole point of this video, is for me to be completely unbiased
Happy to reconnect.
and completely frank with you guys.
really the nostalgic
Okay,
type.
I just want to be honest. Okay, I just want to let you know what I think, and that's what this is about, really. Me telling you what I think. Okay, giving you my honest opinions on it. Okay, it's great, but it's a luxury that not everyone can afford. I mean, yeah, what's the point? People are going to say, yeah, well, we understand, Mr. 4K. It looks great, and we understand you have a great TV, but we don't. We don't have a great TV. Now we have to pay $2,000 for a great TV, and then $1,000 for a PS5 Pro. That's $3,000, and that's you know that's a luxury. that not everyone can afford. And unfortunately, that's the sad part about this whole PS5 Pro. You know, it's just too much of a luxury. And it's luxury, the video games are luxury to begin with, honestly. So, you know. Anyway, thank you for watching this video.